2, 1.
All right, guys. We are live.
It's a Friday.
What's Hadi?
What's up? Long time no
Yes,
see.
Hadi. It's been a couple of weeks. We missed
We're back.
2 Fridays or 3 Fridays in a row, but we're back
We
and
are
we're
back.
live. I just saw on my phone. Let me go triplify here that we got Gucci audio.
Gucci.
Right here that we got Gucci audio.
Yep. Here we go.
We got Gucci audio. That was easy. It's getting easier. I'm the technology wizard. Hadi's the good looks, the money maker. I'm the tech guy. So if there's ever any tech problems, email Brian BRYAN at sneakerimpact.com.
Or if you want fashion clothes, just email me.
Basketball tips,
Your basketball tips.
the latest in Gen Z trends.
Do you?
You're even younger than Gen Z. Are you Gen Z or are you younger? I don't know. I think Gen Z is in their early 20s and you're in your
Yeah.
teens. So
Yeah.
Hadi's the next generation. So guys, we have some breaking news today. Breaking news, like
Yeah.
giant breaking
Breaking
news.
news, so
breaking news, Hadi, breaking news.
I'll tell them that unfortunately we're not going to Atlanta anymore.
No, we are going to Atlanta. Hadi said. That's not the breaking news, Hadi.
Oh.
That's not the breaking
Oh.
news. Hadi.
Sorry about that.
Hadi didn't get the memo before. I'm also the the creative director of the show. Hadi is just, again, the good looks, the sidekick. Hadi, good sidekick. All right, I'll take over on the news lead.
Okay.
Sneaker Impact was featured this morning in the Miami Herald.
Woo!
The Miami Herald, one of the largest newspapers in the U.S. and in Miami, definitely the
Mhm.
largest. It's like the New York Times of Miami. It's the Miami Herald. It's a big deal. They came by last week. Ashley Miznazi is the reporter's name.
Mhm.
She features the climate and the environment, and she came by with a legendary reporter named Al Diaz.
Oh, yes.
And they were here for almost the entire day, but like half the day. And they talked to Mo, our founder. They even talked to me a little bit. They featured Mo and the operation heavily in an article this morning where they talked all about us. And I'm going to bring up the article really quickly here.
Actually, I was reading it in a restaurant.
The article is called "A Second Life for Your Old Sneakers.
Yes.
Miami
Mhm.
company recycles and reuses them." And that was published this morning on April 11th. Yeah, that's today, guys. Wow, it's April 11th, Hadi.
Shout out to Miami Herald. We love you guys.
Yeah, Miami Herald's a big deal. That's a big feature. So it's a really nice article in their climate change section of the Miami Herald. Front and center, Sneaker Impact. Our founder, Mo. Let me see if I can show you a photo. It's going to be kind of hard because I don't want to mess with my
Yeah.
computer. But I'll post a link in the description right now and in the chat. But if you just go to Google and you type in Sneaker Impact
Nice.
space Miami Herald, it comes up as the first hit.
And then
It came out this morning. Sneaker Impact Miami Herald, big news, guys. And this was not a paid
so
article. This was done
my
because
dad like woke up this morning, like he received a bunch of texts. Hey, Mo, you're on the news, you're on the news. He was like, oh my god, I'm on the news. I'm happy.
yeah. So I'm just sharing it in a couple of chats. It's a little hard for me to do this while I am. Let's see. I can share it now. But so it's a big deal, guys. The article is very positive. Talks about our operations here in the little Haiti area of Miami. The article starts out, whether you're a marathon runner or someone who just takes the dog on a walk, chances are you've bought multiple pairs of sneakers in the last year. But when those brand new white shoes turn brown, the soles go thin, or your toes poke through a hole, they eventually get thrown in the Goodwill pile during a spring cleaning or in the trash. Either way, your old shoes are likely to end up in a landfill. Mo Hachem thinks there is a way to give these shoes a second life. He's founded a Miami shoe recycling and a reuse company, Sneaker Impact, with the aim of reducing the environmental and climate footprint of the massive athletic shoe industry. It's not a new idea, but he's taking steps to address waste colonialism, criticism that other shoe and clothing recycling enterprises have faced over dumping the wrong stuff in the wrong places, which we talk a lot about, is we do not ship trash overseas. Some companies will ship trash just to get rid of it. to places like in poorer countries, and then they do that just to get rid of waste. But that's a terrible practice, and we would never do that. And all of our shoes that go overseas have a second life in them and are sold in marketplaces, and we take the end of life and they're processed here in our facility and they're ground up. I personally witness it every day. We would never ship any trash overseas. We only ship usable items that have been graded by our team, sorted. So he talks about that in the article. Our team inspects each and every pair that comes here, Hetchem said. Every shoe is accounted for. We're prolonging the life of the shoes, which is saving a lot of carbon credits, because every shoe that you can upcycle and recycle into a second life saves 15 or 14 kilograms of carbon, Hadi. 14 kilograms of 14 kilograms of carbon. So it's 2.2 pounds per kilogram, Hadi. So you do the math. 2.2 times 14. I think that's about 30, but it might be 35 pounds of carbon per shoe are saved or saved in emissions by reusing a pair of shoes, Hadi, versus buying a brand new pair, which every year there's like 9 billion, or actually it's way more than that. It's 20 billion shoes are created here. Hadi showed me, I was close, 30.8 pounds of carbon are saved by recycling a pair of shoes. So a little over 30 pounds, almost 31. And that's 14 kilograms. That's like according to research, Hadi, that shows that if you create a second life for a shoe, you will save a lot of carbon, and carbon is bad. When you fly, you create carbon. And when you use a car, you create carbon emissions. But when you fly, you create a lot of carbon emissions. And when you buy things, you create carbon emissions. So any type of fancy clothing and shoes, these shoes I've been wearing for 2 years. I got them at a conference. They're ASICs. I got them for free. But I've been using them. There's no bottoms even left on them hardly. But I've been using them still. They're comfortable. I put new arch supports in them. I put my Caterpie. Shout out to Caterpie. They're going to be at Run Summit. I put their laces in. So anyways, guys, we have this amazing article, and Mo is quoted left and right. And then the next line is, there are thousands of Sneaker Impact drop-off locations in gyms, specialty sneaker stores, and run clubs around the U.S., including local spots like Footworks, Brick Row Run Club, and University of Miami that get sent to Sneaker Impact's 75,000 square foot facility in Little Haiti. And the article goes on, and there's great photos of our facility, and they interview some of our partners like the University of Miami. They interview a couple other companies as well that are doing recycling around the world. But Mo, there's a nice photo of him featured right there with our new sandal that's made out of 85% post-consumer materials, foam and rubber from pre-used shoes. And yeah, so this Miami Herald article is huge news. I came out this morning, so that has to be the first thing we talk about, Hadi. That has to be the very top of the news. I mean, it's a nice article. It's a long article, not super long, but have half a cup of coffee-ish, 5-minute read, less than 5 minutes. But it features all about Sneaker Impact, and that's not something we were even expecting. It's just I was actually at an event, and I met a Miami Herald reporter, and she saw me speaking about Sneaker Impact, and then she wanted to learn more. So she came by, met our founder, and this is amazing. So this is what's going on in the community, and we haven't been featured. I've been here 3 years. I've never seen us featured in the local media like this. Maybe smaller media outlets, but the Miami Herald, that was a big deal, Hadi. It's like the New York Times. So I'm not going to, exaggerate it too much, because I don't think I am even exaggerating it at all. But Hadi is part of the TikTok generation. I'm going to throw Hadi under the bus. Hadi, it wasn't on TikTok. It was on the Miami Herald. We're already on. I'm sure we're on TikTok. But what else, Hadi? What's the latest? And I'll tell them about Run Summit, because we're going to be at Run Summit. Hadi can't go. Hadi, you're not 18 yet, brother. Once you're 18, we can activate you. Hadi's a little sad. Hadi,
it's okay.
Hadi, the Sneaker Impact's going to be there. Myself and Jasmine are going.
I know. I should not. I don't want to go anyways, because I should chill at home.
Well, we wanted you to go. Frankie said Hadi would be great to go. I said you'd be great to go. And ultimately, I think it's because you're not old enough yet. Your parents said you're not old enough to go with us. So I'm not putting you down. I'm like triple your age. So if you want to be old like me, you can. I'm not quite triple your age, but I'm over double your age. So I can rent a car. Like, you would be our liability the entire time, in the sense of, we have to protect you and also make sure that you're okay and that nothing happens. But Hadi, you're almost there, man. You're 1 year away from being able to go to these conferences as an adult. So remember that. So guys, yeah, Hadi is still in high school, but he's my sidekick. He's helping us here. He's the next generation. He goes to expos with me, but we go to like expos nearby. He helped me at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and also at Space Coast. But I am going to be at Run Summit, Hadi, in a week and a half. But first, I'm going to the Boston Marathon. There's a lot of things doing happening. I was in Guatemala.
I wanted to ask you, how's the training?
No one even asked me about Guatemala. It was great. I was there for like 8 days. It feels like another lifetime ago. And I just got back like a week and a half, 2 weks ago.
Yeah.
But I was in the mountains for 8 days, and there was nothing out there but chickens running around, Hadi. There were chickens everywhere. There weren't a lot of people. I was very high up in the mountains. I was at 8,000 feet.
Yeah.
And I was 2 hours away from Guatemala City, up in the Guatemalan highlands in southern Guatemala. It's a place called Tecpan, and it's in a province called Chimaltenango. And it is
how far is the airport from the mountains?
From where I was staying, it took 2 to 3 hours to get to the airport. So it was not easy. And you just go down, because like the airport's more down, like I think at like 2,000 feet elevation. To get up to where I was, you climb up into the mountains, and it's up by Lake Atitlan, where I was staying. There's volcanoes in the distance. Where I'm going to go back again this summer. People are going to go with me eventually. I've been going a bunch. This was my 6th trip, Hadi, and it's very safe, and I feel very comfortable there, so that I can go there almost whenever I want. My friend owns a property.
And I wish you good luck in them.
Thanks, Hadi. Yeah, it was a fun trip. I ran 108 miles in 8 days, actually 116, but I ran like 108 in 7 days, which is a lot. That's like 15 miles a day, 16 miles. So I was crushing it. And then since I've been back, I had to get injections into my spine for cortisone, but now I'm back running every day. I have the Boston Marathon in 10 days, Hadi. 9 to 10 days. It's no joke. It's a week from Monday. So I'm going to leave next Saturday morning for Boston, which is on Monday the 21st. I'm running in my 10th Boston Marathon, and I'm not exactly ready for the marathon, but I'm going to run it because it's important to me. I'll be wearing a Sneaker Impact jersey, and I'll be in the Boston Marathon in 9 days, Hadi. And then after that, coming back to Miami the same night after the marathon. So I finished the marathon. I don't even know where I'm going to shower this year. It's crazy because I have to check out of my hotel in the morning, Hadi, before the race. Yeah, unless I could get back before checkout, but the race starts at 10 a.m. and checkout's always at like noon. There's no way because it's a 3 hour. It's going to take me 3 hours. So I have to check out before in the morning, unless I were to get another night. But I got a flight back at 6 p.m. after the race, and so I will. Maybe I'm going to definitely somehow clean up, but it's not, I'll have to use like the body wipes, Hadi, because normally you take a shower after a marathon, but I don't know where I'll have a shower after checking out of my hotel. Yeah. And then I have to go to the airport. Then I'm back in Miami the following morning for Earth Day, which is April 22nd. We're doing an event with the University of Miami on Earth Day.
Wait, when is it?
Jasmine's going. I'm going to hopefully be there, but I'll be getting back on a flight the night before at like 10 p.m. It's on Tuesday the 22nd. Tuesday, April 22nd, Hadi, is Earth Day.
Am I going to be there?
I may or may not be there, but I will be doing events on Earth Week. Because I'll have run the marathon the day before and just gotten back on a flight. I'm going to need to rest. But I'm going to do some stuff. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I might do a podcast that day. Oh, everyone should do something on Earth Day. Last year, I cleaned the Little River. I picked up trash for like 8 hours. And like, I'm exaggerating. I picked up trash for like 4 hours. But I did that because I couldn't run last year. I was on crutches. So now I'm running the Boston Marathon. Jasmine's working the University of Miami Earth Day on Tuesday.
So a little surprise for you. Wednesday, when they're driving by, like, guess what we saw? Pedro Ramos.
Oh yeah, Pedro Ramos. You saw him?
Yeah, he was painting the wall.
When?
Wednesday.
Last Wednesday?
Yeah, like I assume
I was here.
Like,
I think that I missed him because he was outside.
So
he's car, working on the outside of the building.
Yeah. So where car was, he was like a few blocks next to it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was dripping paint on my car. No, Pedro Ramos is awesome. He did this mural. Sneaker Impact official mural.
Pedro's like a really good guy. Like
He's a good basketball player. Pretty good.
Yes.
He's got a basketball court, Hottie. It's only down the street, a couple blocks. He's got
Pedro, if I'm 1v1, let me know. I got you.
Pedro's got a son your age. He does. He's got like a 16 or 17 or 15-year-old son. Yeah, Pedro's on the podcast. You can check him out. Pedro Amos Galleria. It's on 82nd and Northeast 2nd, right next to Peelathon, one of our partners. I was just at Peelathon Little River this morning. We're at 75th.
Peelathon came to us.
Yeah, Peelathon came here a couple of weeks ago. We did a podcast with them today. I was at Peelathon Studio doing my Pilates. They got our Sneaker Impact box there. It's full. It's time for me to give them a new one. So tomorrow I'm going to go to another Pilates class, and I will give them a new box, Hottie. That's how we do it. When they're local, I go there every day. But I mean, we have places. So the article says we're in thousands of retail locations around the U.S. Thousands. So we have a system, and shout out to Maggie and everyone that's running the system. Yeah. And I'm helping, and we're mailing boxes every day all over the U.S.
So what are your plans for the weekend?
Well, this weekend I'm just relaxing at home because next weekend I go to Boston. So this is my last weekend. I'm gonna hopefully go to the beach, hang out with the cats, get some quality time. I'm gonna do a long run, swim, quality time with the cats. That's about it, Hottie. Last weekend I worked the whole weekend, the entire weekend for an event in Miami Beach, and it was exhausting. So this weekend I'm chilling, 100% chilling. No DJing, no nothing. Just, in fact, I have to get my immune system so strong. I ordered iron this morning, Hottie, because I have to make sure my iron levels are really high the week of the marathon.
Not low.
You do not want low iron, no. And I don't eat a lot of red meat. I haven't had any red meat.
If your iron is low,
you feel really tired if your iron is low.
Yeah,
Hottie, most kids don't know that your age. Well, you don't want to take the type of iron that upsets your stomach, that causes constipation. I bought a type of iron. It's called ferrous glycine. I forget. It's like glycinate, but it basically is good for your stomach. It's easy, and it's a complex. It has B vitamins and vitamin C and some other stuff with it that help it to be absorbed better. We're not going to do a whole podcast on iron right now, but I am a health expert. I take iron off and on every year since I've been 30 or 20 years old. Iron's very good, but you don't want to take it too often.
I went to a hockey game yesterday.
Oh, yeah? You went to a hockey game?
Panthers game by myself.
Panthers game? Okay.
Yeah, so like my friend, like me and Fred talking to school, he's like his dad got to take it to the Panthers game. So I was like, only one ticket for me to the Panthers game. I really had popcorn, had Sprite.
Oh wow!
and
Hottie loves his popcorn.
And they won. The Panthers won.
The Panthers won.
It was.
Love your Sprite,
yeah, it was the Detroit Red Wings.
Okay. Is it cold inside the stadium? Because
No.
it's a hockey game and there's ice. No, it's not cold. You don't need to wear a jacket.
No, I didn't feel coldness.
You didn't feel coldness? Because I've been inside of the stadium, but not during a hockey game. I know the Panthers Stadium. It's called Florida Live,
Yeah.
the one in Plantation. I've worked outside of it many times. I've gone inside of the stadium, but they haven't had the ice down. Just because they can remove the ice and then they can have a concert there. But yeah, Hottie went to a hockey game. Hottie's really into sports.
Shout out for the Panthers.
Remember when you were in high school, guys, and like sports was everything? That's like
Yeah.
Hottie's vibes is, NBA. What else, Hottie? What's your top list? What do you like? What music do you like nowadays?
Rap music.
You like rap music?
I
I remember when I liked the rap music in high school too. Now I do like some rap music still nowadays, but it's got to be really, really well done, like underground, more hip hop maybe. What else, Hottie? Otherwise, we're gonna end this podcast soon because we already went over the news.
Yeah.
The big news is Miami Herald.
Yes. So my first weekend, I don't know. Like I'm like not busy on the weekend. Just like having chill at home.
We all have a chill weekend planned. Why not? Why not just make it chill? Because we don't need any stress.
Wake up.
Yeah, there's no agenda.
Watch TV.
Yeah.
Maybe go with my friends.
You need to definitely go for like some long walks too, Hottie, get the step count up. Because I don't know if you can keep up with my step count. I'm getting like 25,000 steps a day. When I was in Guatemala, I was getting like 40,000 steps, maybe 40. I hit 40 a couple of times. And I had this guy on Garmin who doesn't even know me, and he was accusing me of cheating, and like he had no right to do that because I never would cheat. And he just couldn't take the fact. He said, "How did you get 25,000 steps in one day?"
Yeah.
And he said I wasn't showing my activities, but he wasn't a connection of mine. So if you're not a connection of mine, it's just like Instagram or Facebook. I don't want trolls. And this guy was a troll hottie, so be careful. There's actually trolls even on our Miami Herald article. There's trolls online that say negative things about people. And
Really?
you know, and they you see it in sports, you see it in politics, you see it all the time. We're not going to get into politics on Sneaker Impact News. We're going to get a little into sports, but we're mainly going to get into sustainability. And check out Sneaker Impact News. We released a new episode this week with Genergy, my friend Jennifer Marambo, and I have a new episode I'm about to publish today, but it might have to take till Monday. Maybe it'll get out today. And it is a new episode featuring Ludovica Martella, and she goes by Ludovica, and she's from Italy, and she's my friend. So you're gonna see a new episode from Ludovica, but she goes by Lou, Lu, sustainably Lou. So Lou is her name, and she's gonna be featured on the podcast soon. Besides that, we have another podcast being recorded next week with a gentleman I just met today who cleans up the Everglades and all of the state parks. He goes out into the Biscayne Bay National Park and he picks up huge amounts of trash hottie that's coming in out of the ocean. And he's been spending years cleaning these islands hottie.
Yeah.
And he's going to be on Sneaker Impact News. Frankie introduced him to me. What's his name? Let me double check. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. No, Frankie just emailed me this morning. His name is Andrew. So Andrew is going to be, he has been cleaning up Virginia Key and Bear Cut from garbage for many years. So Virginia Key is one of the most beautiful natural areas in Miami, and it's on the bay, and it's over by Key Biscayne by the Rickenbacker Causeway. And Bear Cut is another area right by Key Biscayne. Virginia Key and Bear Cut are right next to each other. So he also published a book, and he's been working on projects with Debris Free Oceans. So Andrew is going to be on. Oh wow! He even said he's removed 30,000 pounds of trash from Miami's mangroves and completed the Miami Marathon carrying. Wow. So he completed the Miami Marathon carrying 35 pounds of trash as a fundraiser for Miami Waterkeeper.
Wow.
So we're gonna have him on the podcast next week. And we're basically approaching the end of season 1, hottie, because when we hit 40 episodes and Ludovica's 38, Andrew's gonna be 39. I got one more guest in April, and then we're gonna call season 1 done at 40 guests.
Yeah.
And then we can start season 2, which is gonna be exciting because season 2 we gotta do some new things, get a new camera angle. We're gonna buy a new camera. We're gonna get even more technologically savvy. Maybe we'll get a song going. Maybe we'll get another host besides me. And basically, I don't know who our final guest is going to be of season 1, but if I had to guess, it's going to be Happy Runner Jazz because I'm going to ask her to do it because she hasn't been on the podcast yet.
Shout out Runner Jazz.
Shout out to Happy Runner Jazz. If she's watching, she's been helping Sneaker Impact the last couple of weeks, and we're going to get her on the podcast because she's doing a lot in the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back soon, guys. I think that's it for today. Hottie, any closing thoughts? Any inspiring messages for the weekend?
This is the last podcast, right?
No. What do you mean? Why would this be the last podcast? This is just the one for this Friday. Remember, we do this every Friday. We missed a couple of Fridays, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hottie also wasn't here last Friday, I don't think. I was here in the office last Friday, but honestly, I was very busy.
The last Friday? Wasn't it last Friday?
I don't think you were here because I was here and we didn't do it last Friday. The Friday before that, Hottie, I was in Guatemala.
Oh.
But then last Friday, I don't think, it doesn't matter if you were here or not. What matters is we didn't do it 2 weeks in a row because we were both gone and busy. And now we're back. We're going to do our best to do it every Friday.
Yes.
It's not long.
We'll see you next Friday.
See you next Friday. My computer and phone are about to die, so I need to go charge
them.
Shout out to the Miami Herald. Thank you for the article. Check it out. Type into Google Sneaker Impact Miami Herald. I'll post it in the description today.
Sneaker Impact
No, just go to Google and type in sneaker impact Miami Herald, and it'll be the first hit.
Okay.
Boom, because it's an article by the Miami
Alright,
Herald.
bye,
Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
Adios.
Happy weekend. Happy Friday.
Happy weekend. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye. That was fun.